Imagine you're looking at the stars in the sky through a telescope. And suddenly, all the stars in a large area disappear. At first, it seems like there's something wrong with the telescope. But after looking again and again, the same scene appears. There's just pitch blackness all around. And this is the scariest place in space. In fact, most of the universe we imagine as being filled with bright stars and galaxies is not like that. A large part of it is made up of vast empty spaces. These voids are so enormous that it can take hundreds of millions of light years to travel from one end to the other. Inside these regions, there are almost no galaxies, light or matter. On a map of space, they look like a web of galaxies surrounding a huge empty center. But they are not just empty spaces. According to scientists, at the beginning of the universe, matter was not evenly distributed. Some regions gradually became emptier, and over time, those empty regions grew larger. Surprisingly, these voids help shape the structure of the entire universe. Where galaxies form and how they are distributed depends a lot on these invisible regions. So in today's video, we'll explore what these dark regions really are. Are they created by aliens? How mysterious are they? And if someone somehow reaches a place with almost no light, would they ever be able to return? About 400 light years away from Earth, in the Ophiuchus constellation, there is a strange object called Barnard 68. At first glance, it looks like a completely empty hole in space. Thousands of stars surround it, but not a single one appears inside. But it's not truly empty. Barnard 68 is actually a dark globule, a type of dark nebula made of dense gas and dust. It is so dense that light from the stars behind it cannot reach our eyes. That's why it appears completely black through a telescope, as if a part of the sky has been erased. In reality, there are countless stars behind it. We just can't see them. If we observe it using infrared or radio waves instead of visible light, we can detect new stars forming behind the darkness. Observations by NASA and the European Space Agency show that gas inside such nebula slowly contracts, leading to the birth of new stars. It's similar to how the sun seems to disappear when covered by clouds, even though it's still there. Inside Barnard 68, gas is gathering due to gravity. Temperatures are rising, and new stars are beginning to form. Its size is also significant. About half a light year across. A light year is the distance light travels in 1 year, so half of that is still enormous. However, even though it is large, its mass is relatively small, only a few times that of the sun. It cannot be compared to a black hole. Black holes are much smaller in size, but have incredibly strong gravity and massive density. Scientists have discovered black holes so massive that millions or even billions of suns would seem tiny in comparison. For example, the black hole in the Phoenix cluster is billions of times more massive than the sun. It's important to understand that nebulae and black holes are very different. Nebulae are spread out and have relatively low mass, while black holes are compact and extremely dense with powerful gravity. Barnard 68 is best described as a dense, dark nebula. Stars are born inside such nebulae as gas and dust clouds contract over time. When massive stars reach the end of their life and explode, they can form black holes, which may later merge to create even larger supermassive black holes. Our Milky Way galaxy also contains many dark nebulae that appear empty from a distance. One example is the Pipe Nebula, located about 600 to 700 light years away. It hides countless stars but looks completely dark from our perspective. But this darkness doesn't end there. There are much larger empty regions known as cosmic voids. These exist between massive galaxy clusters and superclusters where there is almost nothing. These voids can stretch across hundreds of millions of light years. Even light traveling at the fastest speed in the universe would take hundreds of millions of years to cross them. These vast regions could contain thousands of galaxies, yet only a few dozen are typically found within them. Scientists believe these voids formed due to the effects of gravity and dark energy. If someone could somehow reach such a place, they would see only darkness in every direction. No nearby galaxies, no light, no heat, and the nearest galaxies would be